magnificent with that 86. Jefferson and Markham will both be disappointed. Solomon was superb, 4 for 32. Bartman, superb so far. Couple of maidens to start. But Neil Bartman.
All he has to do is to hit that length and wobble the ball around. I think he's got the right pace also to trouble this pair. There's lack of pace, in fact, but he's been so accurate so far. 2.1, 13 more dots. No runs conceded. That's terrific going.
Every single delivery has been pretty much the same pace. It's been all around about 130 k's per hour, just above. Oh, that's a little bit straight at that time. So on the onside, so that's broken the shackles slightly.
I know it's not the right time, but against medium pace, you can use your feet. Do something different if he gets big on Pakistan Bartman. Just to put him off his pace.
Yeah, because of the consistent length that he bowls all the time. Second of his problems with him, it's not quite coming on the bat as well as he would like. So Ayub, I should say, just the odd one just stopping, I think, from time to time, which is making him check. And the shot's ending up a little bit on the onside. Played that well to the sweeper.
I think this scenario, or such a scenario, should toughen up Saim Ayub. Normally he's a free-flowing batsman, but here he's been pegged down by good bowling, and he's got to now make good use of the situation, and the situation demands that Pakistan needs him out there, irrespective of whether he's scoring at a lightning pace or not. I think his mere presence is going to be dangerous for South Africa. He's got to realize that. And also at times you don't get your way. So you go through these phases in batting, highs and lows, where you've got to respect the conditions, the bowler, and you've got to deal with the situation. I think it's more a mental game now with Saim Ayub, because he's proved a point, more than a point, that he's a very, very good talent, a great talent.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. The one problem they might have is that they can't afford to be in a situation where they eat these balls up, 39 now for 19, and then get out. They've got to make sure they kick on because they're such good players. 4 runs off that over. 44 for 1.
The rivalry goes next level.
It's exactly what we expect from these two powerhouse teams. The atmosphere here is electric.
The race for the WTC final intensifies. Australia versus India, 4th test, 26th December at 4:30 a.m.
As are getting focused, getting ready for some shots. Those mountains as the sun gets ready to set. Markham again. Ball. Starting over from Aiden Markham. You want to make sure he's a bit more consistent in this over, because he's going to have to try and bowl as many overs as he can in this game, Aiden Markham, without a second spinner. 1-2-1, sent back. Boy.
I wanted to set him up with a straighter ball, targeting the pads.
Certainly bowling a bit flatter at the moment, not allowing Babar Azam to get down the track.
Nice ball.
That is such a good line. Maybe entice him to playing against the spin. Put it out there around that off-stump area and beat him between bat and bat. Or bat and bat. 14 overs have been bowled and one down for 45 Pakistan.
It's time to take thunder.
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स पे प्रो कबड्डी लीग देखकर मेलबर्न का टिकट कटाओ। वाओ, but how? कबड्डी को से कर जवाब दो, बस से बोनस पॉइंट्स कमाओ। 30 से डायरेक्ट मेलबर्न का टिकट कटाओ। रोज देखिए प्रो कबड्डी लीग लाइव स्टार स्पोर्ट्स पर और पूछे गए सवाल का जवाब दीजिए। ग्लांस
Rain affected third test match between Australia and India. A lot needs to happen in order to try and get a result in that fixture. It's got one day to go and man down. So we have to pick up a quick wicket, back quickly Australia, and then see if they can bowl India out again for the second time. That if rain doesn't play its part, and that's a big impact on Test Championship and points allocation in the process to try and qualify for Lords. Beautifully played through the covers. It really is a wonderful Simon to watch and easy on the eye from a cricketing perspective.
You know what happened in that bowler's meet? We talked about 3 different boxes. We said, hang on. Ball, you must have ball straight. That's what we're doing. After the warm-up, when we go to ball, you can remember, hey, straight lines. You said nothing.
Chipped in the air, has to be on his way. Bob loses his head in absolute disgust. He's not happy at the way this has transpired, but he has to be on his way.
Yeah, that man, Neil Bartman, a superb start from him. 3.3 overs into his work. He's just conceded 5 runs so far. And now he picks up the massive wicket of Babar Azam. Early on, the South Africans stacked that cover region in the hope that it might be a catch stripped up into the covers. Softer ball, Babar Azam a little bit out in front of himself. Gets the leading edge. And it's a simple catch taken by Marco Jansen. Babar goes for 23. Pakistan 46 for 2.
Will Mercurial Tottenham's unrelenting attack spur them to victory? Or will Liverpool's unshakable defence keep them firmly at the top? Watch Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool, 22nd December, live. Enjoy the action in Bengali and Malayalam on Star Sports 3 with Blue Button option.
The action heads down under. The new FIH season is here. Our finest are ready to compete, featuring the greatest players from around the globe. Don't miss the action. Watch the FIH Pro League live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.3. This broadcast is co-presented by Kajaria, India's #1 tile company, in association with Cred. It pays to be good.
Mohammad Rizwan, the Pakistan captain, impressive record, strike rate somewhere near 90, averaging over 40 and 300s in his 81 matches. Important time now for Pakistan. They're behind, a long way behind where South Africa were. South Africa are 92 for 4. They're half the way there from a runs perspective, and they've lost half the amount of wickets, 46 for 2. So no real damage done, but the scoring rate is climbing. And South Africa are showing some wonderful discipline. As Ashwell said, Neil Bartman's done a brilliant job in his first 3.5 overs, 2 maidens, and just the 5 runs. Straight away targeting those stumps. He's the perfect bowler for these conditions.
Yeah, let me steady away there with Neil Bartman. Here's another look on that line where he will persist all day. And Baba's hands just coming in a little bit too far in front of himself. Slightly cutting across, possibly, towards leg side. And it's the outside edge that finds the safe hands of Marco Jansen.
Just that right shoulder just comes around early, doesn't it? That means he opens up and cuts across it. There's an example of a similar kind of shot. I think the batters are getting the idea that it's going to be drifting in and they'll be able to hit it through the leg side, but he's just getting it to straighten as it pitches. There we can see Bartman. He has been mightily consistent. There's the delivery that picked up the wicket. There's areas that have been tight. You've got to understand it's also left-hander, right-hander. But the angle, he's still staying on tight on those stumps. It's nasty played, but it's good over for South Africa. Bartman goes for single, picks up a wicket, 46 for 2.
No teams that you can take lightly.
Averaging 41, 35 from Mohamed Irfan. He's pretty inexperienced at this level. And now the challenge will be, Saim Ayub, how are you going to play? Just lost a wicket, your captain at the crease. Aidan Markham's trying to slide through a couple of overs here.
Ball.
Yeah, and if you didn't join us earlier, you would not have heard about Keshav Maharaj going down just before the start of play. So, captain tonight, Aidan Markham, will have to get through quite a few overs. Down where South African and domestic teams usually go to quite a few overs of spin bowling. South Africa would have loved to have Markham as a third option. But it's been a tidy start from him as well.
Talk about provincial cricket and over the years, the big thing is get some runs on the board and then try and squeeze the opposition. Try and make it difficult from a scoring rate perspective. You see the current rate is just 3 to the over, basically requiring double that as they go ahead in this chase. And what happens is teams kind of go through a bit of a lull and then they think, okay, we need to catch up, we need to pick up boundaries. And they play the big shots on the ground like this, that's when they end up losing wickets. That is wonderfully played. It was airborne for a period of time and Clausen at cover might have thought he would have been able to get a hand down to it. It's not Clausen, in fact. It's Ryan Riggleton. And that was hit with immense power.
Yeah, just as you mentioned, Sean, when you look to go for the aggressive option, it was in the air for a fraction of its journey, and it would have had Ryan Riggleton interested at extra cover, but it was ferociously struck.
Just on the replay, as you saw, the face of Aidan Markham was like, oh, that was close. 16 completed, decent over that one for Pakistan, 6 runs, 52 for 2.
The action heads down under. The new FIH season is here. Hockey's finest are ready to compete, featuring the greatest players from around the globe. Don't miss the action. Watch the FIH Pro League live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.3.
South Africa winning the toss, deciding to bat first, 239 for 9. And now Pakistan 52 for 2 in chase.
That one looks back and goes through the gate. Neil Bartman is doing a magic job here for South Africa.
Yeah, as the king of wicket to wicket, it's Neil Bartman. He must, and more often than not, he will strike. And he does so once again. snubbed back off his pad, crashes into the stumps, and Barman gets rid of the Pakistan captain who's won. He goes for one, Pakistan 52 for 3.
Yes, so Rizwan goes for one. Pakistan 3 down, 52 on the board, and time for the players to have a drink.
No teams that you can take lightly.
Next level. It's exactly what we expect from these two powerhouse teams. The atmosphere here is electric.
The race for the WCC final intensifies. Australia versus India, fourth test, 26 December at 4:30 a.m.
India and South Africa in the 90s there, always a super hit affair. Every single fast bowler in my colony wanted some of this. All-rounders were the flavor of the decade. And if you manage to pull off a stunning catch pakada re Jonty, all of India showered their love on these guys.
True story.
But as true fans, we want to watch cricket's future heroes before everyone else. So I'm off to South Africa to see tomorrow's T20 stars in the making. The fiery new season of the SA20 begins Jan 9. Oh, and I'm not done playing, macha.
For playoffs में सांसों की जंग होगी और तगड़ी.
Teams at the peak of their powers.
टॉप 6 में पहुंचने के लिए हर टीम यहां पर है अड़ी.
Do or die now.
हर मैच का हर पॉइंट होगा ऐसा जैसे do or die.
Game on. The clock's running down.
Pro Kabaddi League. Fight for playoffs. Who will survive? 9th December onwards. Only on the Star Sports Network and Disney Plus Hotstar.
Bartman is working the oracle here for South Africa. Cameron Gullam next to the crease at number 5. And 29 years of age, just the 8 matches for him. Best of 103, strike rate's impressive, average pretty good. Small sample size, but initially a good start to his career. 29 years of age, so he's had to be pretty patient about waiting for his opportunity. And this is going to be a big innings required from him in order to help Pakistan. Neil Bartman has bowled 27 deliveries, and that's only the 6th scoring shot. Just 6 singles have come off his bowling, and he has been wicket to wicket. Nips back, just picks up the back pad, and then onto the stumps.
Yeah, when you're up against somebody like Otno Bartman who's at the stumps all the time, it's crucial that you have good balance. As soon as you overbalance, you leave a bit of a gap between that and pad. And more often than not, he's able to get through.
It's on the angle, so as that ball pitches, Rizwan, I'm not too sure why he was trying to hit it straight back down the ground. He could have looked to whip that one through mid-wicket and just play it on the angle. Absolutely nothing wrong with the line and length from Neil Bartman. This one's given as a wide. It's a bit of a tough call. I don't know if it was on line or heart. The replay will give us a better idea. In fact, it's signalled from the square leg umpire.
Yeah, it was signalled from the square leg umpire, so it must be the height.
Okay, cool. Look at short, but let's have a look as it goes past. Well, it's supposed to be in a standing position. And he deals with that one that's banged in back of length.
One for your ICC Rules Committee or Law Committee, Sean. standing position, and I've heard you before banging on the door of that line being drawn in the batter's standing position.
Yeah, there's actually talk about Hawkeye getting involved. It is used in the RPL, and they're going to start measuring batters. So before you go out there, they'll get the height, and then they'll know exactly what's supposed to pass by. Just looking to be a little bit more exact rather than guesswork, because it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, the speed that ball goes past, like you have to work out where did it cross on the popping crease rather than a meter or two afterwards. So it's a difficult one to work, and if you can use the technology to help the umpires, because these days it becomes so important. I mean, it can be like the last ball of a one-day international or T20 where they're trying to win a game and it's a fine call. It's decent to get them checked. Wide of the crease, that last one from Nielsen, trying to create a bit more of an angle. 17 completed, 56 for 3.
टाइटंस की जिद, दिल्ली की दबंगा, हरियाणा की हिम्मत, कोई हार मानने को नहीं तैयार। World टेबल की जंग है हर मैच में बरकरार। Watch the exciting Pro Kabaddi League every day at 7:30 p.m.
There's a good idea of exactly where they can see Pakistan 56 for 3, South Africa 102 for 4. That cluster of wickets meant that South Africa went through a little bit of a lull from a rate perspective. Pakistan will probably be thinking about 30 overs, and if they can get close to South Africa after 30 overs, then they'll give themselves a chance for a last gasp effort. Pakistan's lead on, we saw South Africa losing that 4, but it's just about this time when